Hey Doc, where are the Star Wars models?
Where are they? They're right there. They're right next to me. They've been there a long time.
Lizard.
They've been there for, geez, a couple months now. Take me higher. You're the only one that asked me to do Star Wars.
What's your profanity?
You're the only one that asked me to do Star Wars stuff, Tiz. The only one. I told everybody, though, that if I had managed to win that painting contest that last weekend, I was going to paint nothing but Star Wars for the rest of the year, but it didn't work out. I don't deserve it, Tizzy. No, they don't. People only want star peace. They don't want any war in the stars. They lied to you, Tizzy. Peace is for nerds! Oh. Oh, jeez. You better be careful. You better be careful who hears you say that, Tizzy. How you been, Tizzy? Life been going your way for once? We are American, peace through superior firepower and intense amounts of freedom. You know, you're not wrong necessarily. Are you insinuating that there are no nerds in America, though? Not great. What's going on now? Is it because they decided to like make those new Star Wars movies like not canon anymore or something like that? Work is rough, brother. I get that. Holy crap. I don't want to play. I'm not going to play a game of who's got it worse, but I'm sorry to hear that. We got a raid! Welcome, Studio Boneless. Hope you guys have a good stream. I didn't get the chiropractic adjustment I needed in Philly. Hey, man, don't blame me for that one. Blame, PAX's ticketing system. Thank you very much! Dropping the kids off for the charity event. Charity event? I wasn't told about no charity event. What am I charitying them? Oh, the Secret Santa thing? Yeah, I guess that is. Yeah, no, that is charity. I guess that is like a charity thing. I'm not getting anything out of it, so that makes it charity. That's true. Well, I appreciate it, sir. I'll treat your kids well. Hope your stream went well. I understand if you need to run. Oh, even better. This is a well, he's kind of like a cop because he's an enforcer for the Silver Moon Syndicate. He's like a cop, but he likes crime. We're doing a little warm-up before we get to the main event, as we often do these days. I gotta make sure my stuff's ready for the Masters that's going on at my local game store, which is awesome. Only 2 of them happen in the United States, and one of them happens to be at my store. And we got to thank Mr. Bagel for that one. How's it going, Mr. the Dice? His name is Jeff. But yeah, Tizzy, I'm sorry to hear, bud. I get it. I just got told today that due to no fault of my own, the loan is going to get extended again for probably another like half month. And I'm like, gosh dang it. You gotta be kidding me. But it's okay. You know, I gotta say, Jeff, I've been watching a lot of stuff about Empire lately. Oh, thank you for the follow, by the way, Studio Bonus. I forgot to say that. Astro Wolf! What's going on, bud? I know who that is. I've been watching a lot of stuff on Empire lately, and, yeah, man. You're right, the British are the best. How am I doing? I'm doing okay. I'm doing okay. I was in a bit of a weird situation earlier today, but it actually worked out pretty well. Give up and move to Illinois. This is the universe telling you. Why would I want to go to Illinois? Ah, butts. Well, this is before America was made. This is before the United States. I'm talking about 1600s and before 1775. was gonna start catching up on your YouTube videos, but watching this now. Well, I appreciate that. The best at being the worst. The worst. The worst. Alright, we are going to be painting Blood and Plunder stuff today, so nobody panic. I just needed to finish this guy before the night got ahead of me. I thought I was going to finish him earlier today, but I got a little sidetracked. I forgot Kara goes to her second job today. So I had to feed the doggies. Doggies! But you can see one of them down there. But welcome, Raiders. I should point 40K. I mean, I will. It's fine with me. I don't have any problem painting 40K. I've been wanting to paint some Death Guard, personally. I have a Mortarion that I've been meaning to get started on. That I got for pretty cheap. I got it for cheap. But yeah, so the Masters is happening at a local store, and a lot of big names in Bushido coming. It's coming. They're right here. Okay, listen. See, it's peeking. It's like, hey. All right, so I am painting them for the Secret Santa. I did finish one of them already, so there's somewhere. Ugh. Where'd he go? Where did he go? Hey, Bubby, shut up. Where did he go? I know he's there somewhere. You can't hide from me forever. Oh, there he is. He's sleeping on a job. Boop. Oh. Yeah, it's coming. I had to finish this guy first. He's been sitting on my desk. It's like almost completed for too long, and I gotta finish him up. This is for Bushido. This is the first one. So, I am a benevolent man. I am a benevolent god. And I'm gonna paint, for the Secret Santa, I'm gonna paint up the English Militia set. And then I had an extra... I swear I'm like going blind or something. And then I had an extra English commander that I'm gonna paint for whoever. So whoever my person is going to get some extra stuff. But yeah, first guy's done. He looks really good. I was actually quite pleased. I've painted, spoiler alert, I've painted a few English Militia on my day. But this sculpt is, honestly, this sculpt is probably one of the reasons I got into Blood and Plunder as much as I did. I just love this model. I don't know why. But it's like one of my favorite poses. It's just so innocently simple. I don't know what it is. Yeah, Mr. Puffy Cheek, yeah. Yeah, he's the guy. He's like blowing. He's blowing and trying to light the, I forget what the name of this thing is, but the match. Come on, you can do it. There he is. There he is! Mr. Puff Cheek. I gotta go in there and actually light the match, but... Yeah, Puffy Cheek is one of my favorites, too. I like all the English Militia. I don't really like this one because he's not wearing a jacket. He's wearing his big shirt. I don't know why. This pose, I'm just not a huge fan of this pose, but the other ones I absolutely adore. Like Mr. Big Hat. He's great. And then of course classic shooting. I just think the jackets make them look really good. It's just that one with the big shirt. I don't know. I just don't like the pose. It's fine. I need to use the jacketless guy. Yeah, you see, he'd make a better sailor with a rifle. But do you have the OG Montero cap running, dude? Well, I mean, I don't have any of the OG much of anything because I only started this game in March, or I think it was March. Actually, the guy that got me into it is here, Defective Dice. If it wasn't for him convincing Kara to want to play Port Royal, I would not be playing this game, and I wouldn't be writing articles and painting models and all the other stuff. So if anybody cares, you should thank Defective Dice. It was him that did it. But you know, actually, something that you guys can learn. I'm gonna teach you how I do my basing. So this guy's pretty much done. I just want to go over the black a tiny bit. Let me just do that real quick. But I do this for pretty much most of my basing that's like in the woods or wherever, or the forest. So this would work really well for natives. If you are a natives player for Blood and Plunder. Joe, I'm glad you could join us. As a little cross-pollination, Joe is obviously a very big part of Blood and Pigment. 3 cheers! 3 cheers! Hip hip hooray! Hip hip hooray! Hip hip hooray! Ooh, a bouquet. That's a good idea, actually, Ostro. I might have to do that. Indian fighter, that's a good one. What are the hardest to get minis in the Plunder line? Well, you know, eventually I'm gonna have to get it then. I've almost bought the Kickstarter Henry Morgan, because Henry Morgan's one of my favorite people in history. I still don't have it, but I've heard some rumors that I cannot substantiate that there might be another one. So I don't know. There's one on eBay right now. That's like 25, $35 or something like that. I've almost bought it a couple times just to have it. Because I am obsessed with metal. I love metal minis. I might have an extra one I can pass on you. Yeah, the foot on the helmet. Is that what the name of that helmet's called? The Morian? Because I think I just know it as the Conquistador helmet. I want to get all the models, honestly. I have a painting case up on my staircase that has just everything I've been sneaking it in there. I don't even know. Okay, so I'm going to teach you guys how to do the basing. So if you're doing any basing for like a native or anybody that is like running around in like a prairie type forested type area, I think it works really well for natives. I did mine native that way and people seem to really like it. Some of the best tufts in the biz. I absolutely adore these things. These are huge miniatures. I bumped into him at PAX Unplugged once. He's a great guy. He's very much like just some tiny business trying to make his way in the universe. Trying to make his way in the galaxy. And then, of course, Gamer's Grass. Funnily enough, I actually learned about these from Kenny Boucher, who is Next Level Painting. I actually got some free samples because I used to watch his stream a lot. And I got so many free samples. I'm still going through the free samples. I'm still going through the free samples that I got from him like a million years ago. I don't watch him much anymore, but he's a great painter. Very much kind of my style, kind of that comic book bright style. All right, so I do have some soccer. So this is supposed to be like he's a sumo wrestler. It's Bushido, it's supposed to be like a Japanese game. I'm gonna put some Sakura style tufts on there. By the way, I'm super excited if they add the Japanese Sea or or like the Indian Ocean type stuff to Blood and Plunder. I would go nuts. So yeah, what I'm doing is I'm just going to pull off a couple of these things. Sometimes you'll pull off the actual flowers off of the little pad. That's okay. You can actually still just glue them in there. You just got to be a little more careful. I'm going to take 3 of these. I like adding a lot of color to my stuff. Yeah, if you have an extra one, Joe, I mean, I would not complain. I would use it. I mean, you know I would paint it well. By the way, what an interesting person. Friggin' Henry, I almost said Henry Adams. I've been watching a lot of stuff about U.S. presidents lately. Henry Morgan, what a crazy historical figure. You want to talk about like the embodiment of like someone who like doesn't follow the rules and kind of paid off. It paid off big time. I think they have touched up the sculpt and they are re-releasing it in the upcoming Kickstarter. Okay, since you said it, I'll say a little bit more. I have also heard that. Yes, from what I understand, there is going to be a cleaned up version of that sculpt. I've heard that from a couple different people. I think I'm sending you a package of these things. Yeah, have you sent the Dutch yet? I don't. I just want to make sure I don't miss it, because sometimes the people on my front, sometimes the delivery people will put it in weird places. Okay, you haven't sent it. Okay. Sometimes the delivery people will put it in weird spots on the porch, and I'm always really worried about porch pirates. Even though my area is pretty good. Worcester's not Worcester. Woburn's pretty nice town. Hey, I'm excited. I was telling Daniel, the sculptor, one of the two sculptors for Firelock. He was saying that he was really proud of the new Dutch stuff, and I was like, well, I got it coming at some point. So he was like, ooh, I'm excited to see what you pull. So anyway, yeah, as you can see, nice little diverse biome of flowers here. So is it realistic? Probably not, but I've never really let realism hold back what I do with my painting and all that stuff. So these orange ones, I don't know what it is with the glue, but it really kind of messed up whatever batch I got, because it keeps pulling off of the bottom. So what I do in these situations is I literally just kind of coat the bottom of it in glue. And it helps that I use a little bit more of a viscous glue. I like Loctite for that. You put it in there.
Give me that guy. You abandoned me! You abandoned my hatred! I have got over. Look into my eyes!
Look into my eyes! I have to screw up my courage to go to the local post office and say, screw up my courage. It's funny. I always go to the post office in the town I work at, in Lexington, where the revolution started. Thank you. And I always bump into patients while I'm there. They're like, "Oh, there's Dr.D running around. You got to pick up your mail." And they're always asking me like, "Oh, what doctor stuff are you doing?" And I'm like, "Oh yeah, I'm just sending 28 millimeter, just sending 28 millimeter models. It's fine." And they're like, "What?" I'm like, "Yeah, don't worry about it. Just I'll stay at the office." Have you looked at the new? Look into my eyes. Have you looked at the new Victrix treasure pack for pillage? Great stuff for a Spanish church or other place with Catholic treasures. Their market is going to be added to my BMP terrains. No. Let me pull it up. Wait a minute. I'll go check. Victrix treasure pack. Ooh! What a great collection of ill-gotten goods. Hey, the Vikings were just trying to tell the English early on that they weren't going to need those Christian artifacts. They were just trying to save them. They were just trying to save them some trouble. Yeah, that's great. I like those. Those are cool. Look like they'd be simple to paint too. Oh, the cuttlefish. Look into my eyes. I actually bought a new game mat today. I bought a Caribbean fat mat. We're doing another tournament at my local store, and I've always been a little worried about not having enough water mats, but I did finally just buy one because I got a little chunk of money from blood donations, and so I decided to invest in another mat. Actually, hey Cara, by the way, I bought that Caribbean mat you wanted real bad, the real bright one. I think that's enough. I don't think I need to add any more. No music. There's music. Oh, you okay? And then we got a backdrop. Yeah. By the way, Joe, you don't have to worry about pictures of my office being in the background of pictures anymore. We got a backdrop for taking pictures since I figured we'd be doing more of it for Blood and Pigment. Look into my eyes. And there you go. That's a finished model. No, Caribbean Fat Matt. There's a guy in the Caribbean that's he's a larger than average individual, and we needed to represent that. But yeah, he's all done. I think he came out pretty good. I might go back and deepen those recesses a tiny bit after the stream, but I'm not going to force you guys to watch. But it's a really good model. I'm pretty proud. I find painting the sumo wrestlers to be pretty rewarding. You think it's going to take forever because they're so big, but it goes along at a pretty good clip. It's actually not that bad. Look at a cute bub. Yeah, he'd be a cute bub. I love the score. Dude, you want some of that Caribbean fat? Shit. Also, a couple other things. I finally got my Blood and Bayonets activation deck, which this will help me learn how to do the secret objectives. Alright, and then one last thing before we get started. So I know everybody loves hearing about it. I got my Blood and Plunder... sorry, not Blood and Plunder. Well, my Blood and Plunder proxies. I got my Rum and Bones... Le Bras Sanguin. And this one includes, guess what? A sculpt of Francois Lolone. Hey, Blood and Pigment will be giving away a flat mount or two during the Great Park. Well, by God, I need more of them. Let's see if I can get one. See you later, Joe. Yeah, I'd be excited to get another mat, helping run events. So yeah, there's they have a sculpt for Francois Lolone. Look at this. Look at this thing. I mean, he's the terror of the sea, but goddamn, look at that thing. He's got a big old floofy cape. He's got a tri-barreled musket pistol there, and he's got a itty bitty little head. He's itty bitty. And then I believe this is Vivian the Sea Fox. I think her name is in French. It's probably like Vivi. Yeah, it's probably Vivian. Vivian. Look how happy she is. I love it. I love her. It is like a machete. Yeah, it's definitely for chopping. And then we have Mademoiselle Defarge. And she's got a whip. Oh, no, I have to paint stuff this year. Trying to win a mat. Can you guys not hear the stream? It's registering for me. How about no? Check. I guess it would be going to my headphones, right? Yeah, headphones. It says it's playing to me. But she's got like little tiny heads. Just kind of strange. But you know. What are you going to do? I really like the outfit. It's kind of like a weird bondage French outfit thing. And then I love Vivian's. I never thought of doing this, but actually like cross-lined stockings. I was like, oh, that's actually like a really cute idea. I don't know if a man would ever do that. And I don't even know if they actually made those, but that's a really cool idea. I love the blue and white dress. I think it's absolutely adorable. But I'll probably do her pretty close to art. And then Captain Francois Lolone. Strappy socks are a thing. Well, I don't know about then, that's what I'm saying. I know they are now. How glorious of an outfit that is. Anyway, it's paint time. Okay, so we're gonna start painting English Moesha. I have been working on these guys for a minute. Chris will be happy to know that I did replace my paint paper. I like to do it at least like once or twice a year.
He was impressed by the loveliness of her hair, her soft blue eyes, her delicate mouth.
The early part of the game, men dress pretty fancy and frilly, so striped socks may have been a thing. That's what I am. It must have been.
I'm afraid I can't say.
Like, at some point, it must have become a thing. I guess the real question is when. Yeah, and then everybody got real boring once the government started to show up. Before, it was a bunch of dandies swimming around in the Caribbean. In the East Indies. Dandies! Strip shit, yeah. Mr. Ostro, are you going to Adepticon? Because, Ostro, you live in Europe? From what I can tell, do you live in Europe? Not to dox you, of course. The Age of Enlightenment came along and they all shaved. I know, right? A bunch of jerks. Then the Puritans removed the British monarchy and all the fun went away. Well, until we got the Mary King. Yeah. I mean, Cromwell was known for his just joy of life. What a wild part of history, by the way. The British were given an opportunity to have like their own like little French Revolution-y type situation. And they walked away with it from it. They were like, nah. Nope, we want the king. So I've been, I've been listening to just like, history stuff and blah, blah, blah. And a what if came up, and I didn't really realize that apparently, like, as much of it, like, could potentially be true. But they stipulated, like, what if happened if Napoleon hadn't invaded Russia and gotten, like, pretty much the entire population of France murdered in the cold? Right? Maybe not murdered. Maybe just died frozen in the snow. Like, what would the world look like? Like, how would it be different? And I actually kind of thought of it. Yeah. I think the world would be, or Europe would be a much different place. You're Canadian, that's what you are. Okay. I've sworn an oath to the monarchy twice. I take the king over Cromwell, the party pooper. I mean, there's definitely been some share of bad English monarchs. I mean, Bloody Mary's a good example. I would actually go as far to say that Henry VIII wasn't so bad until, like, obviously after his injury. VHS, what are you doing, man? How's it going, buddy? So anybody who was a part of Blood and Pigment's Secret Santa, this might be going to you. Yes, I do think the majority of the things people have problems with him, or other than like the marriage stuff, that might be a little more unexcusable. But yes, I think the majority of the things he did administratively, I think the bad stuff was mostly after his injury. So I am going to make it my life's goals, I guess, to try and get Everwinter to be a Blood and Plunder event. So guys, if there's anybody here who is interested in visiting the Boston area in that January-December time, there's going to be an event. We're a bit angry. Yeah, I mean, that seemed to be like a feature, not a bug at the time. The anger part. I mean, I try to remember it as just the fact that, like, Britain isn't exactly... It wasn't like the economic powerhouse that we think of as, like, just, like, a couple hundred years later. Like, I still think Spain kind of had it dead to rights until like, the Spanish set their armada over there to get annihilated. his daughter Elizabeth the First, the pirate queen, who set it on track. Yes, absolutely. Yeah, because I think that's when the Spanish Armada. When did the Spanish Armada go over there to like get blown up in the English Channel? I think she was queen at the time, right? It's like 17 something. Oh, geez, I'm way off. 1588. Yeah, King Philip II. 17? What the hell am I talking about? Yeah, because they were trying to restore Catholicism. That's right. Yeah. Yes, he was. I would be very excited to have Francis Drake in this game. I would play the hell out of Francis Drake. You know, it's a dang shame Francis Drake and Queen Elizabeth never hooked up, right? You know, I bet that never happened.
I saw it when I walked, boy.
They seem like such a lovely couple. But that's just like another person. That's just like crazy history. And well-known explorer, oh crap, what's his name? The main character from Uncharted is supposed to be a descendant of Francis Drake. Crud. What's his name? Nathan Drake. Yeah. Yeah, an Indian fighter. That's a really good idea. He does look like an Indian fighter. Alright, so now we're going to work on... I think I'm Blue pants. Yes, I agree. I mean, because especially just because the other English militia guys are just so much more well dressed. You know what? I'm not going to use them. I'm going to use dark blue. You see, they call it dark blue because it's blue, but it's actually a dark. It's a darker version than like a regular blue, which is why they call it dark blue. Darkness. Charlie Murphy. Shirts versus what was it? Shirts versus blouses? Blouses win. Yeah, Mr. Osterwolf, are you going to Adepticon this year? Also, I think I need to send these guys out by Monday. So I need to make sure I stay on top of it. Hopefully they'll be done before Sunday, but you might see these guys again Sunday if I haven't stayed on top of it. I don't think I have a super busy weekend, so I think I'll probably be okay. Because if I do, I'll probably start working on either Chris's or Ernie's models. So what's it like in a post Beantown beatdown brawl, Mr. Chris? After a con, I'm always hyped. I always want to paint more. I think most people are the opposite. You think he got sick from the con? Got a case of the con crud? Possibly. If it makes you feel better too, I am doing 12-hour night shifts this weekend. Ugh. I was gonna say it's a good time to be a stay-at-home dad. Hopefully, you can at least get a couple naps in before you gotta pick up the kids. You know what, Oshrolf? I really appreciate that. The medical skills there. Anytime. You know, I figure that, English militia are kind of either loved or hated by whoever uses them. So I'm either going to make somebody really happy with this or they're going to absolutely despise me. I tend to like English militia. I just like them to have, some cheap bodies, bring up the strike point a little bit. And they're, surprisingly good in melee. Kind of shockingly good for a 3-point model. Now, would anybody be crazy enough to give them a bayonet? Yeah, I saw somebody talk about it in the Discord, and I was like, it's actually not a terrible idea. Once in a while, they go on a murder spree, and then it's a bonus. I agree. I do think that, how big do you usually make your unit, though? I think I usually roam around, 10 or 11. Or do you go just super cheap to keep them cheap? Well, if you're giving a bayonet, I kind of wish the bayonet upgrade was just a flat, 4 points or whatever, but it's $1 a model. Oh no, it is 4 points for the whole thing. Yeah, never mind. We won't count. Well, here's the question, Mr. Osterwolf. Do you have a full 250 painted? Well, then what you need to do is you just need to paint Dutch. Because as soon as you paint 250 points of painted Dutch, you have 250 points of every other nation painted. Absolutely. It just means you got to paint more expensive models. You got to paint more more freebooters. Some French Marines, huh? Are you playing French or are you playing English? Listen, I'm not one to like judge others based on like what they're painting or whatever. But man, it feels so much better when you can just have a full 250 just painted before you work on the next thing. I do like those models, though. I have something to paint now. Thanks to Mr. Chris. God knows when I'm going to get to it, but it's there. I will be painting French for the Great Pirate Paint-Off, though, for sure. Started playing English, but then last Summer of Plunder, Joseph offered me to lead pirates or second in command French. And I only played monarchies, so I started playing French this year. That's awesome. Benissimo. I don't think I'll ever play anything but English during a Summer of Plunder, just because I'm a diehard Anglophile. But I recently started playing French. I really enjoy them. I think there's more to the French than people like. I haven't really heard people talk about French. I think there's something to them, man. They're pretty good. Glad we agree on the monarchy thing, though. Everybody's always trying to shame me that I appreciate a good bout of imperialism and all, but there's just something about serving that higher power, you know? Yeah, because I spoke to your first in command for the podcast. He's a good guy. Yeah, those last couple weeks, you guys got a little roughed up. You guys got a little targeted there with some animosity. But you guys did really good. You guys did really well all the way up until that point. Yeah, I think the early aggression on the English there at the beginning might have been your. There might have been some bit of a. What's the right way to put this? Got us off on the wrong foot.
I saw it when I walked, boy.
Yeah, no, you definitely did that. Man, dude, the poor Dutch. They just couldn't get their foot. They just couldn't get their feet underneath them, man. The Dutch just had a rough time. I do think it's funny that the English and the Dutch are always allied, though. This was my first summer of Plunder, but I think from all everything I could tell, the English and the Dutch always seem to be partners. Hopefully get more locals in this year. Julian got me back in touch with an old army buddy, and he's not planning on paying up Brits. Hell yeah. Yeah, I've been trying to get more people to play it locally myself, and I got a couple bites. I got a couple bites recently. I'm doing a couple demos this week at the local shop. And I'm being hopeful.
I saw it when I walked, boy.
There's nothing quite like just having a good, partner to play these games with. Like, we had a pretty good summer for Plunder. Summer of Plunder. We had a couple people who, I don't know, maybe they'll only play during Summer of Plunder. Who knows? Like, that's fine. I think that's cool if that is the case, but... Yeah, I definitely wish I had more consistent people to play with, for sure. Au revoir. Hope you have a good time, Mr. Ostro. Thanks for hanging out with us. I'm sure I'll talk to you later. Table's already on the way. Or my mat's already on the way. That's fast.
I saw it when I walked, boy.
Well, Chris, I'm sorry to hear you're sick, by the way. Are you going to be playing in the slow grow at Whipway? One that starts the 19th, I think. I don't think you need to. You don't need to be there every week. Because you get tickets for, what, painting, playing, winning, showing up. I mean, it's only, you don't have to be there every week. I mean, you could probably get the ticket for painting every week. Yeah, sure. You'd probably only be able to show for, like, what, 2 weeks? Why can't you go more often? Is it just a kid thing? I feel like for a while there, you were coming pretty consistently.
I saw it when I walked, boy.
Yeah, it's... I don't like how it's further. Like, it takes me longer to get there. Not, like, a huge amount by any means. Not enough to make it, like, untenable. But it is further away. And I will say that I think... I'm curious to know how the new place is going to be in the summer. I think is going to be the difference. Because the old place, when it was hot in the summer, that place was miserable. Oh, that's cool. Good for them. I just, I put a message in there if anybody was actually interested in Blood and Plunder. And I just got one emoji. Which, whatever. Every single time I try and interact with that store, it's... As of yesterday, we are officially Money But Hobbies retail. Sweet, I'm glad to hear it. Every time I try and interact with that store, I just don't enjoy it. I don't dislike anybody there. I got nothing against them. But it's like every single time I try and interact with them or go to the store, it doesn't work. And if I wanted to pick up paint, I would just go to the Hobby Bunker because it's closer. Hobby Bunker's like 10, 15 minutes away from me. The only problem is the play space there is awful. But to their credit, their retail space is very good at Hobby Bunker. Like, do you like Squabbling Goblin, Chris? Because I tried to go there every Wednesday for a couple of weeks, and it just never worked. Are you talking about the new place or the old place? Because it's not in Malden anymore. Because it was probably in Malden in the aughts. Now it's in Wakefield. Yeah, see, it's not in Malden anymore. But even then, the play space in the old place was not good either. It was like a friggin' dungeon down there. They are not. I agree with that. They're very skinny. I mean, you get the room for the table. That's about it. And you want to put your stuff down on another one of the tables, but then they get taken up with like people playing board games or whatever. Because, yeah, we were going there to play Malifaux, too. We tried to do Malifaux. The Country Club Bushwood Gaming Club. Yes. I would pay for membership, honestly. For like a good gaming space, like I'd pay for it. But I just don't think places like that can exist in the US. Like a store that like really invested in its own terrain and stuff. You know, they like had nice tables, and maybe they had like a, maybe not a restaurant, but like a little cafe. Because like TJ's, I think it's called TJ's. It's like a place down south. It's like a really good gaming space. It's a little far for us because it's a little bit more like, it's not South Shore, but you know, it's like that south, like kind of, I want to say it's on the other side of Brockton. Like I tried going there to do stuff. Like I went there for a Necromunda League, and we were doing Heresy there for a little while. But I was gonna say I say this with love, but I really don't. The employees there sucked. They were mean, and they were just kind of like generally clueless. Like I get on some level, it's like, yeah, I know you're like a college kid just doing this job to make money to like buy magic cards or whatever, but like when I ask you a question, it's like, you know, you can make a sale here. It's not hard. Like I'm literally asking. Like, I could walk up to them and I'd be like, what should I spend money on in your store? And they'd be like, I don't know. And then they would just, like, walk away from me. And I'm like, okay. Don't know if that's necessarily good on your part, but sure. The challenge is getting 50 dudes to pony up an annual fee. Brick and mortar retail space is a dead format. 100%. But then it's impossible to do the stuff that we want to do because this hobby is obviously just so dependent on the like physical location thing. But like I was being serious when I was talking about my office being a game space. I would do it. It would be a nice central location that's like right off the highway. I would do it. I wouldn't even charge anybody. Unless somebody wanted an adjustment, I would be required to have you pay for that. Got to keep the lights on. I'm telling you, man, if people wanted to do it, I would do it. There's a really good deli across the street, like I was saying, and there's a Starbucks really close. There's a Walgreens, like, in the same parking lot. Grocery store on the other side of the road. I mean, yeah, you've been there. You've been to that area. Lexington's gorgeous. Got a parking lot. You know, it's a shame we don't dress like we did back then. Bright pants and super colorful. You know, maybe we're going back to it. Maybe that's like why people want to wear like pajama pants and stuff. They want it to be like the modern day version of like pantaloons. Bye-bye. Actually, if you're going to leave, I'm going to go get a glass of water. Guys, I will be back. I am back. Thank you. Thank you for waiting. I believe Kara Guys, enough.
Hi guys.
Hello.
Thor.
I'm just sleeping in the living room all the time.
I like it in the living room. And if we move the tables, Thor can get on the sofa. Hi. Yeah, but be quiet. Be quiet.
Thank you, John.
Your lips are turning blue.
It's the price of doing business.
It was work. Every time I go, they're like, oh, don't do that like that. I'm like, okay. Nobody told me how to do this anyway, I just do it. Happy to do it your way.
Just gotta tell me what that is.
Yeah, really.
Junk!
Hey, the starve of that people woke him up!
Yeah.
Come on.
There's just so many of them, you know? With all these bots. Are they bots? I mean, they're all like legitimate names. That's the thing. King Donut. That's a name. With how I'm drinking water today, you think I never would have drank it my entire life. Oh, I know. It's weird, isn't it? And then I know that usually there's like around like 9, I would probably say like 4 to 9 people who are usually just like kind of lurking. So I think it is almost like, I bet there's like 100 of them. I bet it is about 100 bots. Because 2 of them are the stream bots. Because what I don't understand is, like, I'm a pretty good painter, right? You'd think more people would want to, you know, like, our stream is okay. It's fine. You know, it's mostly just the people I'd probably be talking to if I was doing it in the Discord channel anyway, but, you know. Chicanery, shenanigans, sharp practice. Yeah. Great game, by the way. Sharp practice. More Wilson lovers up there, I might imagine. We're outside. You know, Chris, we got to talk about something. You know, we need something interesting to talk about. That's what people like. Talking about stuff. Do you think? What do you think would have been the initiating factor of World War I if Franz Ferdinand hadn't been the one that got shot? Go. Do you think World War I could have been avoided? This is what these people want. I mean, if they're Wilson lovers, they must want to talk about this. That's what keeps our channel alive. These Woodrow Wilson discussions. My poor brush. My poor brush. Yes, it wasn't inevitable. Instead, they perpetuated a self-inflicted wound from which they still haven't recovered. Yeah, I'd say so. You don't think World War I was inevitable? I don't know, man. That seemed pretty inevitable to me. I think if it wasn't that, I think it would have been something else. what I don't understand is why is it that, like, I understand, like, I get why, but, like, what was the thinking behind making, like, Germany the main scapegoat of the Treaty of Versailles? That's what I don't understand. It's like, Germany didn't start it. That's something that I've never quite understood. It's because, like, obviously it starts with more Austria-Hungary's, like, you know, situation. But then at the end of the war, they're just like, yeah, Germany's got to pay all this money back. Because, you know, obviously hindsight's one thing, but, like, you look back at, like, what that would do later, and obviously it leads to a lot more bad stuff, but it's just like, I don't understand it at the time. Like, I know they were pissed off at, like, how everything went down, but... Yeah, it's just one of those things I never quite was able to grasp. Germany was the disruptive move player that tipped over the European order negotiated by Metternich in Central Europe. Yeah, I mean, and I know that that's why they did it, you know, because they were just trying to keep Germany from being as, like, much of a problem as I expected they probably thought it was going to be. But, like, I just don't understand how they, like, justified it in, like, a peace talk kind of way. You know, they're like, well, you know, like, we all know why, and that's exactly what I was getting at. It's like, we know why they did it, but I don't understand, like, their reasoning behind, like, explaining it in the Treaty of Versailles. They were like, oh, yeah, well, you know, your partner in this war, Austro-Hungary, you know, they started this war, and blah, 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 and you answered the call, and, you know, this all happened, and you defended yourself, and Austria kind of embarrassed itself, and is no longer a country. You have to pay all the war reparations. Okay, good luck. Like, you know, those are situations where, like, somebody's saying something, but that's not what they're saying, you know? Like, they're talking, but that's not what they're saying. I hear your gum. I see your gums moving, but I ain't hearing nothing coming out. Alright, so we're going to paint these red coats. And to do that, we need to paint everything purple. Oh my gosh, he's back. 100 times. Holy shit. I really want to make good-looking port royal boards, and I do think that Victortrix stuff is like perfect for that kind of stuff. It's a shame you don't live closer, Mr. Ostro. Not you. Not you. Where's my burnt red? Also, guys, you're never going to believe this. When you clean off your desk every once in a while, it makes it less messy. Did you know that? That if you take the stuff off of your desk and put it back on the shelves and stuff, it makes it less messy. I couldn't believe it. I hardly know what to do with myself. Where the heck is my red? Yeah. I think somebody might have broken into my house and moved my red. What is a man supposed to do? What is a man to do when someone busts into your house, specifically moves your burnt red? I ask you. I legit don't know where it went. Guess we're gonna do an audible. God. I'm ready for the weekend, guys. I am ready for the weekend. You could say everybody's working for the weekend. Everybody's working for a weekend. Everybody's a secretary. Yeah. Make sure I should make that red. Gosh. And so we're going to take that purple and we're going to make it this red. It's wild. Bobby can't figure out what he wants. Bobby, what are you doing? What are you doing, Bobby? If I am lucky, I'll be able to do what I want to do every weekend. Paint a bunch. Should we make a goal, Chris? Or, well, me. Should I make a goal? What is my painting at right now? Ugh, man. I've painted 248. That's not including the one I just finished today, so I'm at 249, and then I'm about to add 5 more. So that's going to be 254. Should I try and break... What do you think? I should try and break 260 before the end of the year? You think I can do it? Can it be done? That includes freehanding, by the way. You wanna go outside, Bubby? He's not even budging. No, I'm definitely playing British every year. Well, like I said earlier, I have to fight for the British. I am apparently, according to genealogy report stuff, I am apparently related to the British Crown. I'm apparently a descendant of King Richard III. If not, then yes, I probably would play for the French. Yes. My family lineage kept it very in the borders. It's very English and French. So something I've actually been toying around the idea with. I don't know if I'm ever gonna like ask the lead. I'm not sure I have the time for it. Just because, you know, with everything I do here and yada yada. But I would very much like to, I don't know, play it. I was thinking about getting a, I don't know, like some kind of kingly regalia. And, you know, when the orders go out, I was thinking of like acting like I was King Charles. Like giving, you know, like supporting whatever it is the commander wanted to do. Is that too much? Would that be too much? I think it'd be a lot of fun, personally. Year before last, I sent many of my messages as a representative of the HBC. That's a good idea. I mean, that would make sense, because what, Hudson Bay was... It was a British company, right? It was British? It wasn't French, was it? Hudson Bay... It's a British company, right? Hudson Bay, North America's oldest company, fur trade. Stone's Legacy. Yep, Rupert Sloan. Yep. King Charles, yeah, King Charles. British. You were playing British, right? I mean, what would the Hudson Bay Company need with a bunch of armed men, though? Well, I mean, what? You're just a trading company, right? I would imagine so, yes. I imagine it wasn't just the... Yeah, okay, so, look at that. Specifically D'Iberville. That's cool. I was not aware of that. Because D'Iberville was focused on, like, Canada, right? That was, like, his thing? I think back then these companies could just like have armed forces. like the East India Trading Company practically attacking and taking over India. They were legally permitted to raise troops like the East India Trading Company, but they didn't. They just had their workers also be militia. Oh, that's probably cheaper in the long run, I imagine. I mean, especially because you figure the East India Trade Company. I forgot the guy that like actually became the tax collector of the Mughal Empire. Like that guy was pretty ambitious. He rules all over Canada, modern U.S., Caribbean. He traveled a lot. Cheaper to reforms. That's fair. That's a fair point. I'll be honest. I don't know a lot about him. That is one of the few people in this game I really just don't know very much about him. So I gotta learn about this guy. Because the next episode of Arachne we do is going to be, it's a Spaniard. I haven't done a ton of research into him quite yet. Let me get his name. But he's a pretty good commander of the game. What is his name? His name was Blas Miguel. Blas Miguel. But he's going to be the next episode we do. Which I think we are filming next Monday. That's why I really dig those kinds of episodes where we get to do some like research on our own into some of these people. Like, I kind of knew who Captain Kidd was, like kind of loosely. And then when we did that episode and I did all the research on him, I was like, actually, holy crap, there's a lot more to this guy than I thought. I've actually thought about reaching out to the guy who does gold and gunpowder to have him come on. I wonder if he'd want to come on. Part of why I like historicals, learn about the canon. I love it when people call Blood and Plunder like, oh yeah, dude, I love the lore. I love the lore of history. And therein learn actual history, plus a good way to introduce my kids to history. My daughter's first ever game was 75 points of Hudson Bay Company versus French fur traders having a turf war. That's adorable. She must still be pretty young. I think I've seen you talk about this in the Discord. I'm pretty sure you've talked about this. Yeah, I couldn't agree more. She's 8. 75 points, pretty good. She's getting there. She's gonna get there. You gotta get her into painting. So she can paint your models for you. Give her some speed paints and just let her have it. My son, who's 5, can't play 75-point games. He gets annoyed that it's over too quick. We did a 300-point amphibious game, and he realized he was going to win on turn 5, so started doing stuff to make it so the game would not end yet. Then he immediately wanted to re-rack. That's funny. That's actually pretty funny. So why don't you play bigger games with him then? Like, why don't you play, like, regular-sized games? Also, that's sweet that he wants to hang out with you like that. He only likes to play big games. Small. Yeah, small games. Wow. That's awesome, though, that he wants to play at 5? Holy crap. Does he, like, know the rules, or do you... Like, obviously he doesn't, like, know the rules or whatever, but is he like, one of those kids who, like, kind of picks it up, or is it, like, a case of you just hand him the dice and you say, okay, you gotta roll 10s or whatever? asks how far his ship can move this turn. I tell him and go make tea, knowing he will move the ship correctly. He has a general idea, and so he has a bit of a plan. He does not have any stats. Yeah, right. Right, that would be crazy for a 5-year-old. That's cool, though. That's really cool. That means you raised a good kid. Just think when he gets older, you can like go to cons with him and stuff. Like that'd be really fun. That'd be a great like father-son kind of thing. Look at that red. I mean, if you're gonna teach a kid like a way to entertain themselves, I could definitely think of worse things than minigaming. Now, do you have like the wife who's just like who doesn't really care about like mini gaming or anything like that? She just like is glad to see like you guys doing something together, or is she also like a nerd?
I saw it when I walked, boy.
Let's brighten it up. Here we go. This is the moment of truth. This is when you know it's going to look good or not. She's 0%, yeah, into, but happy to see the kids engage, and was also a huge help when we had his tonsils and adenoids. I gave him something not hyper. That's true. There you go. Yeah, I noticed that because like, I noticed wives are really just not into it. Like Chris is another good example of that. Like, you know, he's really into his model gaming and all that, but the wife is just like, yeah, I don't care. It does nothing for me. I'm glad he's happy, kind of thing. Which I think is, you know, it's fine. Because even I've noticed in the years I've been doing this, because you know I feel like I've gotten to the age where I've been doing this long enough to like see trends, you know, like things that have changed. And I would say there's definitely been an uptick in the amount of female gamers, especially in the board game sphere. Yeah, exactly. See, look at that. Took the words right out of my mouth. She does board games like Mansions of Madness, so I play those with her. Yeah, Mansions of Madness is like perfect for that kind of stuff. I've noticed that every convention I go to, they really enjoy board games and all that stuff, but like mini gaming just keeps, it's like just the bridge too far. Like I've noticed that there are more women who like to do the painting side of it as opposed to the actual like gaming part of it. Which is cool. I think it's cool. Obviously, there's nothing wrong with it, but just something I've noticed trend-wise. So, like, obviously, anytime I see it, I always try to be as welcoming as possible. Because I'd love to see more of it. I commonly try to like think about what about board gaming makes it feel like, is it because it like feels safer, or is it a case of it's just like less of a material investment, you know? Because like with a board game, it's easy to like it, right? Because you're just like, hey, I buy this board game and now I can play this board game. And maybe there's an expansion or whatever where it like gives you another board or whatever, but you don't have to like buy Army Mans potentially more than once, right? Because like if you need like if you need like 3 10-man units of whatever Space Marine squad or whatever, you got to buy the same unit, you got to build it, and you have to paint it. Likely because of playing Monopoly as kids. Yeah, that's fair. So yeah, maybe there's just like a conditioning for it to feel safer, I guess, maybe. Just because it's like something that you've been doing since like the beginning of like being alive. Kind of Pavlovian in a way. Because, yeah, even, like, we were talking about it in one of my little friend group things. And, we were just talking about, like the cost of a Space... not specifically Space Marine, but just, like, a Games Workshop Codex right now. It's like $60, I think, for a book. Don't get me wrong. They're really nice books. They're really well printed. They're very pretty. Especially the current codexes are very pretty. But like $60 is tough for a single faction. It's like in Blood and Plunder, you get the entire rule book and all the armies in it for all the nations and stuff. And like, how much is that rule book? It's like $50. Yeah, well, I mean, 40K is obviously kind of like the standout in expense, of course, but GW in general, I guess, but I just think about it because like you figure that's how most people are going to get introduced to the hobby. You know what, Asha, you might be able to like help me with this. I've had multiple people ask me, how much does it take to get into Blood and Plunder? And I admit I have trouble giving them an answer. I don't know how to answer it. How much do you think it takes to get a 250 point C? You want to say $200. Okay. Now, what does that include? Does that include the 2-player starter? Out of curiosity. I don't think there's any wrong answers. I'm not judging. I'm actually kind of curious what your answer is, because I don't know what to tell people. Because in my head, I think to myself like, oh, well, if you get the 2-player starter box, you get the sloop. The sloop's good, but I just don't think you can play the plastic sloop at 250. You might be able to play 2 plastic sloops at 250, but I think at 250, you're really running on luck that ship doesn't fall apart. Starter box, maybe 2 plastic boxes, or a Resin Nation starter. So you think you would just stick with the sloop? Is that what I'm seeing? Do you think the plastic sloop is gonna keep them occupied? Now, I know who I am, and I know I'm a monster and all that. When I was playing this game... Oh, actually, it's a completely different person. It's Nigel. Hi. You guys are the same color. Yeah, when I started playing, and we started playing C games, and I started really getting into this, I was like, I need to grow out of the sloop. I need to play something else. Because I was getting... bored. I guess bored would be the word. I was like, I need to play a different ship. I need a 3-deck ship. And so I ordered the frigate, and it took like 3 months to show up. But I got a brig in the meantime, and I was like, ooh, this is like so much better. 2-player starter and a box of militia is what I recommend as a starter. For $250, I would go resin. Yeah, I would agree on the resin sloop for sure. Instead, maybe medium cannons if they want to do a cannonless. Yeah, okay. You see, I would agree with that. I think the resin sloop is way better for that. Just because, you know, you are still limited on that 2-deck ship. But at least, you know, you can kind of spice it up with some better guns. And it's bigger. I tend to agree. I think on some level, I do agree with you. And because when I think of like 3-deck ship, I really wanted to like fully load it, where it's like, oh yeah, I have 6 units. You know, have 6 units, have it really like covered in models because you want to like have target saturation or whatever. But I've learned that it's actually kind of okay to only have 4 units on a 3-deck ship. Not the best at 250, 300 is where it's at for 3-deck ships. I agree. Yeah, absolutely, for sure. But the thing is not a lot of people play 3. Well, I say this, you know, locally, not a lot of people play the game, period. But I feel like 250 is more generally played. Also, welcome, Miguel. Welcome to the stream, as always. Well, I would never leave an empty deck. I think that's crazy. Unless you lost a unit or whatever. I think leaving an empty deck is crazy, but that's why I'm saying if I'm running a 3-deck ship, I need at least 4 units. At least. I'm looking for 5 usually. Invitation. They are. I was playing Kara a couple days ago. We were playing a little game in the web, and yeah, she was playing her little sloop thing, and I was playing Lolonays, and I was like, I wasn't really pulling my punches as much as I like usually would. And yeah, with Ruthless and all that, and the amount of fatigue I was pumping out with just some like simple shots from like, you know, the Bucanays and all that stuff, I got on her ship and I started chopping. And my God, dude, Ruthless, it really starts getting nasty when you got like brace of pistols. You're just like, Jesus Christ, I'm killing things. I swear, I smear whale fat on my cheeks and in my deteriorating clothes. Jesus Christ. Oh man. Tell someone what's your empty deck. It's undignified, yeah. Is that what they call it? Yeah, I do agree though. I think the resin sloop is probably better for just having a general ended ship. I appreciate what the plastic sloop is, but at 250, I just don't think the plastic sloop can cut it. If you're only running 1. If you're running 2 and you got like a thing going, sure, maybe something's there. She did, yes. She did not like it. As I tried to tell you, she thought it was too complicated for her. Yeah, that was the list she played. Yeah, she was using Edward Teach, and she kept calling him Edward, and I was like, do you know who Edward Teach is? And she's like, no. It's like, okay. It's like, it's Blackbeard. She's like, oh. We got a good laugh. Well, she prints the lists. This is what I'm saying, though. Like, she can't play that kind of stuff. I answer every question she ever has, right? She asks me what Battle Hardened is like 5 times. And I have no problem telling her. But the problem is she's just never going to remember it. So it's like, with her, I think she should go with like numbers, right? Because like I think she benefits from having the least amount of texts on her list as possible. And I'm not saying that insultingly. Like, I think she just does better when she has more models. She can, but she needs to play the same list entirely. I agree, but good luck. Good luck telling her. I mean, dude, she played the Black list. She played Black Caesar list like 3 or 4 times in a row. She didn't remember Ruthless once. Unless I told her, right? And then I would forget because I'm like trying to figure out what I'm doing. Yeah, I agree. She has a list that she likes. It's like she plays like a standard pirate commander with a musician or a drummer boy or whatever, and then it's mostly like Zealotins and stuff. Yeah, she has a list that she likes, where she will play it more than anything, more than other stuff. Like I said, and that's how I think we figured out that she just does better when there's not a lot of text. Like she does better with the numbers. Like she would much rather have a list of just like high beat sticks, like stat. You know, she just likes stat sticks because at that point it's easy to just look up a number. And so whenever, you know, if I ever make a list for her, that's just something, you know. I was gonna say, isn't he subscribed? He might have just been getting gifted subs. So yeah, what do you think, Usher Wolf? Do you think $200? Do you think $200 is safe to say? Oh, it's a Prime subscription. Okay. You know, it's hard for me to say because when I started playing this game, after I played like one game of it, I was like, oh yeah, I'm fucking sold. I know exactly what's gonna happen. Yeah, as soon as I played the game the first time, I was like, yeah, this is gonna get expensive. And for the most part, I haven't really bought other games. I've really toned it down. Let me show you what I do with $200 of Wabanaki. People, I don't know, man. People that want to play natives, I just can't help them. I'm like, I don't know what to tell you, man. I just don't know how to do it. And Wilmar's been telling me he's been building his natives for a couple months now. I would like to call one greater demon. No shit. I've tried. I just, you know, the thing is, man, you can bring the horse to water, man. I just can't get him to drink. It's fine, whatever. I'm like, yeah, go on there and talk to this guy. He knows what he's doing. He's like, yeah, I'll do that. Yeah. And he sits at the feet of the master. You're funny. You're a real funny guy. Natives are fast and aggressive. I like having some in my French list. Yeah, I'm curious to see how long it takes for me to like actually become like a native player when I start playing French land lists. I mean, that's essentially what happened with the Dutch. I had no intention of playing the Dutch, and then I'm just playing English, and you can just bring so many Dutch units. I like kind of accidentally became a Dutch player. I don't play a lot of land though. I just haven't really practiced it. Yeah, but there's definitely some native access. You don't complain enough to me. Really. Jesus Christ. Oh, you and the Dutch. Listen, there's only two things in this world I hate: people who are intolerant of other people's cultures and the Dutch. I like that jacket. That jacket came out real good. Came out a little brighter than this other guy's, but that's okay. That's okay. I mean, the way I see it, I played Dutch Navy for the event I ran, and I was like, holy shit, this list is fantastic. Having a heavily built frigate with like fantastic sailors and good equipment and stuff, I was like, holy crap, this is awesome. Like, the generic commanders are really good. And then you have, like, access to, like, Admiral Crimson. I'm just like, holy crap. You can use natives on your French or British ships. Yeah, which I've seen. But they don't... obviously, all their bonuses go away when you put them on boats. You can bring, like, African warriors, which I thought was kind of a weird inclusion. For British Caribbean militia, I think. Yeah, but the fire on the frontier stuff is pretty cool. I admit, that's like part of the game I really haven't interacted with all that much. Like the Benjamin Church and all that stuff, like I have not touched it. I would love to do the actual like campaign, but I don't know. I really love the concept of it. I think it's really well put together and all that, but the only issue is I do think that their campaign system requires... It's not a very good, like, slow grow format. I think it's a really good format for people who have, like, collections and stuff. Just because of the way the upgrades work. For the most part, these guys are almost done when you do all that, because now it's just the brown on the base and the rifle, and then the black for, like, the hat and stuff. I'll probably give them, like, a big green feather. Yeah, I mean, it's not rocket science, for sure. You want to play me? I mean, I'm down to play whatever. I mean, you're gonna win. I mean, I don't think that's, like, in contention. I don't know if you read the article that came out today that I did for Blood and Pigment. In the comments section, there's somebody I knew, and there's another Florida friend of mine who also invited me. He's like, "Oh, bye! You gotta tell me when you come down again. You play the Blood and Plunder." Jesus Christ! I don't want to be a Dutch player. I was playing Dutch for my event because somebody wanted to play British, and I loaned them all my British. I don't know if you're gonna get what you want out of me. You want to beat me up and make me miserable. I'm just gonna stand there and just move the pieces around. I'm not gonna give you emotions. That's how this works. I don't know if you're gonna get what you're after with me. You could have had a heavily built British ship and let them play the Dutch. You could have had a heavily built. Yeah, that's if I played Kid. I did tell Joe that I was gonna probably be the one to write the Kid's Privateer, the Kid Privateer article for Blood and Pigment. Because I think that's what I'm going to focus on. I am going to play Kids Privateers for Adepticon. I do think that is what I'm going to do. I don't want to sail the flute. It's too slow. It's too chunky. A galleon is a little too big. I don't own one. But note it. I will be playing Kids Privateers for Adepticon. For sure. As much as I want to play something with Morgan in it. Like, you know what? Maybe I might play Morgan's Buccaneers for land. I mean, well, you know, with Kid, you get Sailing Master, so.
Why haven't you taken me to my special place?
Because you don't like hanging out with me?
That's not true.
Yeah.
Yeah?
So tell Miguel what you thought of the list.
I thought it wasn't for me, because I'm not good enough to play all that. I think I would have been better off with a brace of pistols somewhere.
See? I was telling you. Brigandine with Kid I think would be good, but I do not have one, so have not tried it. I have been okay with it. I've done his list a couple times with a brig. I thought it was okay. I just prefer with Matt, you know, with broadside, expert broadside. I just feel like a 3-gun deck is better. But I mean, I guess it doesn't matter, right? Because I guess if you're trying to actually do the broadside, you know, you can have however many. Brace of pistols is for winners, and Jack is not that.
I thought you were building me a winning team, bro. What is this? This thing is ugly.
What, Toad? Desk to be more organized. It is getting slightly less clutter up here.
It is. It's starting to look real good.
Guys, she just said this plague toad was ugly. Look at him.
He's so ugly. Too many horny things on him. He's a horny toad.
He's just a little plague toad.
Yeah, I bet it could win if it wasn't me playing it.
I think it was a good list. By the way, I'm not saying I thought it was a bad list. I just said that it was not a list for Kara.
Yeah, I can't play that many rules.
See, I wasn't being mean when I said everything. I was like, she doesn't like it when there's a lot of text.
I don't like to remember things. Ruthless is never gonna work for me.
Told
you. I want to really bad. Yeah, but they have rules that I've been spending a year on learning. You keeping this, or can I throw it in the recycle?
Get something there.
I'll take it downstairs. It was just that I couldn't hear the music because I had my stuff turned down so low. Because I was also trying to hear everybody, at work.
If you don't want rules, play the British militia. I mean, yeah, I agree. The British really don't have a ton of stuff going on for them.
Maybe I will. But
Maybe she will.
Dylan paid the British and he didn't like them.
I like them.
You said they sucked the other day. You were like,
No.
yeah, this is what happens when I get to play a country that doesn't suck.
No, I said this is what happens when you have a country who has rules.
It's that Francophile, you guys.
And that's because I want to play 17th century British. I refuse to engage in the nastiness of 18th century British lists. Or, let me rephrase that. There's no such thing as a 17th century British list. Because
you should play some 16th century British and play you some Francis Drake.
Yeah, he's not in the game yet. I would though.
Francis Drake is the man.
British do like to fight each other. That is true.
I 100% believe Francis Drake got to bang Queen Elizabeth I.
I don't think there's really many people out there who would argue that.
I think she banged a few people, but I think she definitely banged her pirate man.
You killed all the Spanish for me. Ooh.
You make my corset tighten.
Yeah, Miguel, what up? Why isn't Francis Drake in the game yet, Miguel?
Yeah.
You stupid idiot. Whatever. 16th century British are the real pirate. English, whatever. British don't exist yet. Your opinion is null and void because you made a grammatical mistake. Everybody laugh at him.
So, Evan asked me to extend my trip in February and go see him in Copenhagen.
Okay.
Yeah, I figured you'd say that, but just figured I'd throw it out there in case you were like, no, I need you home because...
If you do, just make sure there's like enough back stock of food. It doesn't have to all be bagged. Like I can cook it. Just make sure there's enough ingredients for it.
Sure.
Because you'd be gone for...
I don't know.
Month?
Oh, God, no. No. I was thinking instead of a weekend, like I might stay through the next weekend.
Oh, that's right. You were only going there for... That's right. I was thinking you were going to be there for like 2 weeks.
No. I'm going for a weekend. I might go for like 2 weekends in a row and the week between.
And it should be said, Miguel, I don't use the models from Pacific Adventure because they're too good.
Yeah, Dylan doesn't like to use the meta. He doesn't want to win that way. He wants to win with the least common denominator.
No, I want to have fun. I don't care about winning.
He picks his teams on who he thinks is cool. I saw a tool today scrolling through Facebook, and it was like a hot blade so that you could like slice through sprues and like clean up edge lines, but it was like a hot blade. But it was like pen size, not like blade size. It was very tiny. Yeah.
You could have stopped that he's not trying to win. I'm not! I've been vigorously adamant in telling people this. This should not be a surprise.
He wins most of his games against me, though.
Miguel, we are not the same.
I mean, every time Dylan had muskets and he played English, like the muskets did more to me than anything else. I was always like, what is with these muskets? And they would have to hit on 10s. He never hit me as good with cannons that he did like have 10s.
The miracle of just having more dice. Mom, Donnie!
Wow, just subscribe, bro.
He is. He's got a Twitch sub. or Amazon.
Then how's he getting commercials?
I don't know.
He needs to resub if he's getting commercials. This bitch is awesome. Her little snatched waist.
Yeah,
Those little swords above her head. Just come at me, bruh!
Did you see the
I did. I saw that part of the whole stream when you showed them all off.
little man ass?
I like this one too. She's pretty snatched. She's got some chonky thighs. Look at them thighs.
She's got
She could crush a little watermelon with them.
they're like little shrunken heads on her right
Yeah,
hip.
but okay, yes, I see the shrunken heads, but that ain't making her thighs more chonky. She's just a big girl.
But look at her arm. She doesn't look fat at all. I agree.
She's not. She's shapely.
Very parachute. Stop saying snatch.
I didn't.
You only subbed to one channel, the moth-eating t-shirt channel?
Oh, she's wearing like poofy pantaloons.
Yeah.
Okay,
That's
gotcha.
what I'm saying. She doesn't look big.
Yeah, gotcha.
Oh, but yeah, I guess I could show you. Miguel, I got more blood.
I thought she had big old chonky hips.
I got more rum and bone models. So this is their version of Francis Lulonnet.
Put your hand behind it. Oh, there we go.
It's just the plastic because it's all white. So it's hard to see. Look at this. Look at this coat this guy has.
He's
This
not gonna
guy's
get cold.
fancy. He is not. Yeah, here's the art. Lulonnet.
Look at that gun. Oh my
Yeah,
gosh.
it's very large. Look at them pants.
Poofy.
Yeah, very poof.
Okay, show her off.
No,
Because
this
she is snatched.
is the
Look at that snatched waist, bro.
This is Vivian. I don't know how to say Vivian in French. I'm assuming it's pronounced Vivian.
I think it's Vivine.
Yeah. So, yeah, I know, right? That sword is intense, isn't it? It's like a friggin' machete. Yeah, look at that thing. He's a chop, chop. Chop.
He doesn't really like show off the sword in the art. It's the gun in the art.
Yeah, and then this is the Vivian. Vivian.
I can't wait till you paint your little stripy socks.
Yeah, the stripy socks are adorable.
Are you gonna do
Socks.
blue or are you gonna
Yeah.
give her a different color?
I'm gonna go blue. These are all French people, so.
She could have like some lavender
Yeah, she's
in there.
And then the third one. Mademoiselle.
Okay, but look at them hips before you see the art. Like she looks like she got some watermelon crushing thighs. Okay, that's what I got from that model, but not artistic.
Yeah,
okay,
it's
she's
actually-
wearing some poofy pantaloons
She's
with
very-
some
she's-
snatched boots.
She's very chesty. Of course, that's really pushing them organs inside. Pushing them real deep.
That's why we died at like 45 back then.
But they're cool models.
I'm sorry, it is snatched on my entire social media stream. Like every time that comes up, that's what we call it these days. Girls call it snatched. I'm sorry, it's a word.
He's a cop, so you better be careful. Got the fashion police.
I don't make the rules. I'm just telling you what the rules are according to social media these days. I mean, I'll be 45 next year. I'm glad I didn't keep my waist snatched. It was nice and voluptuous my entire life.
So this is the guy that's invited us to his house. Fine, snatched is a social example. There you go.
Did you have to ask ChatGPT? So today I ran.
Look at the difference in that. It's crazy.
Today I was running some AI stuff, and I ran it.
Also a great movie.
I ran the exact same situation 2 different directions, and the AI content that spit out of the exact same program was vastly different. Just vastly different. And I was like, what the heck? I promise y'all, AI ain't taking over anytime soon. I giggle every time I see that.
Any other passes for inappropriate words being handed out? No.
I'm concerned that he's gonna get like swamp booty with this big old floofy mane on him.
Yeah, quite the...
And then he's got those big old pantaloons flowing around, and they're flowy too, like they're blowing in the wind.
Yeah, he's very overdressed.
Maybe his luggage got lost. I suppose if he was on the northern seas, like north of France, might be pretty cold out on the deck of a boat.
In New York City, Puerto Ricans can use the N-word, and I found out that is not universally acceptable. No, it is not.
Oh my gosh.
I think it is in Boston. I hear them use
only
it a lot.
acceptable if you are singing the lyrics to a song, and it really depends on where you are.
I'm pretty sure they call it, like, at least in my office, they were calling each other that word. There was a lot of Dominican Republicans. They said they also said it a lot.
I asked a girl at work today if the guy that she let come to the show with her free ticket was her brother or her boyfriend. And she was like, oh my god, I am so white and he's Puerto Rican. And I kid you not, they both looked white to me.
Is universally accepted. Sure.
There's a lot of bad words universally accepted in Boston. That's not the only one.
Like pissa.
Wicked.
Wicked pissa. You better not have a word with an R in it, though. But
Yeah,
get
we're
the
not allowed
fuck
to
out.
say that word anymore. The R word is unacceptable. Mentally challenged or something. There's a socially acceptable term out there. I can't remember it right now. You know.
No.
I feel like Garcia looks like what the guy from Old Dominion's gonna look like in a few years. Good night.
Good night.
Love you.
I won't be gone too much longer.
Okay.
Because they never get. Yeah, that's fair. You need to play more Jack. Why are you so determined on her playing Jack? Is it just because of the girls? Listen, man, I try not to think of any word that goes by the, letter and then word. Those girls exist for the 500. Yeah, no doubt. I don't doubt that for a second. That's why whenever I paint her like models that are like used for generic captains and stuff, they're females. She has fun with it. That's good enough for her. So instead of she plays Henrietta instead of Henry, and it works. We don't think about it too hard. I would just not use a flag next time. I don't know. What should I do? Huh? Go ahead and tell me. You seem to know better than me. Tell me what I should and should not do. My daughter has a woman captain from Bad Squiddo. I forgot her real name. Bad Squiddo. Oh, the model line. Oh, I think I've seen a couple of them. They're actually pretty good. This model is of a real person from history, but she was not a captain. She took it to show and tell. That's awesome. Punch the painting contest judges in the stomach. Or I could just not put a flag on it. I don't care. Like that. I don't like painting contests because there's just so much like subjectivity to it. Yeah, I looked at the Bad Squiddo models at some point not too long ago. Yeah, the Anne Bonny's pretty good. I like the Mary Read. Princess Anne is in there. That's cool. Black Agnes. Queen Elizabeth II? What? That's cool. Lady Macbeth. I like that Princess Anne. That's pretty cool, actually. Make a cloth flag. Well, I'm not. That's the thing. I'm not sure if they want that. I don't know, with painting contests, it's like you're more inclined to put less on there because there's less things for them to document. So I would do the opposite. I wouldn't want to add more. I would take away. Because like in painting contests, I've noticed that you just don't want to overstay your welcome. I don't care that I really don't give a shit that I lost. I won that contest. Nobody convinced me. Nobody can convince me otherwise. If regular people are going into the room and saying, wow, that's the coolest thing in this room, then that's the winner. I don't give two ants' butts about what someone who's a good painter's interpretation. I don't give a shit. I'm very much I like art that looks good. I don't need it to have a deeper meaning. So if somebody goes in there and they're like, wow, this is really good. I'm like, great, good enough for me. If I'm painting a model or something, I don't need it to have a deeper meaning. I'm just paint the goddamn model. I don't want any like pretentiousness to it. I'm just like just paint. Of course, I'm gonna paint something. It's the 24th. The 24th of January. So by the 24th of January, I gotta finish the Zuko for the first list. I gotta figure out what my second list is, and I gotta paint it. I have a feeling Llama's gonna be in that, so that was fine. But we gotta actually figure out what this next list is. I think it's gonna be a list with big cannon lady, or I could just deviate. I know. I need a gun. I need a list with a gun. What, happy ending? Is happy ending an inappropriate word? What word did I say was inappropriate? You know what, I'm gonna shade this while we're talking, so I'm not wasting time. It's a lewd act. Sure. What are you trying to say? I still have trouble saying that word. I so instinctively want to say Angelican, but that's not what it is. Because I'm a simpleton. Like, I know it's Anglican. Anglican. Yes, divorce court. The man knew what he wanted, okay? You better be careful. We're gonna start going into apologists territory again. We were already talking about them earlier today. I don't want you coming in here telling me that I'm a piece of crap. No, any more than you already do. Alright, well, there you go. Guys, thank you much for the stream. It's been a good one. Really started kicking off there at the end. Always appreciate it. Usher Wolf, thanks for joining us. Thank you very much for joining us, Mr. Miguel. Pleasure as always. I'm going to do a raid here just so everybody knows I'm playing nice. Everybody knows I'm playing. I am definitely tired. Blizzard. See you later, Mr. Miguel. Miguel. Guys, thank you very much for joining me. I hope you guys have an absolutely wonderful night. I'll be here Sunday. I should be, anyway. And we might be painting these guys, but I have a feeling I'm going to finish them probably tomorrow. Probably tomorrow or day after. But we'll see. Anyway, hope you guys have an absolutely wonderful night. I'll catch you guys later.